Self-employed dude. What's up, brother? Good to see you
What's up,
again.
LFA? Good to see you, man. So I'll just get right to it. To answer your question, I do think that modern women are 100% delusional. Okay, it's kind of like that quote that says, "Guys want one thing from every woman, and women want everything from one man." And I think you've got to parlay that point to say, why is it like that? I think it has to do with the origin of marriage, which comes from God. Okay, in the Bible, it says that marriage is a union between Christ and the church. Okay. So a girl is delusional because she wants a guy to be God. She wants him to be rich, all powerful, strong, all knowing, feminine, and masculine at the same time. This women have a laundry list of things they want from a man. I think this is why they're delusional. Because they're just like, I'm looking for a guy. I only want one guy. Forget the rest. The rest are chums, and I got one king. And so that's just what I think is the basis for why women are so crazy when it comes to men.
Yeah, that's true. But also from the male perspective, don't you think it's possible to become that king that she wants? Or don't you think every man is capable of being that king?
I do, but it's like it's a very select few because you got to understand they're funneling out 99% of guys that meet them. So that's why they
Right.
go after, like you said, high status guys like NBA players, MLB players, whatever. Business owners make millions of dollars because they're looking for anyone who resembles God without any type of religious pretense. Like it's
Well,
just this
yeah,
guy is everything.
I agree that somebody that's a God-fearing woman is definitely going to be more. She's going to have her wits about her a lot more than a woman that's like a degenerate, so to say. But um, that whole list that women have. So let's say a woman wants a man that he's got to make at least six figures. He's got to be at least 6 feet tall. He's got to be, above an 8 in looks. He's got to be, whatever her list is. All that whole entire list goes out the window the second a man starts to build an emotional connection with her. She'll start to make excuses like, okay, well, yeah, maybe he's not 6 feet tall, but but she still likes him. So she'll find a way to get him on the list and make him that king,
Yeah,
even
like
though he
make
shouldn't be.
concessions for her.
Yeah. So as Rollo Tomasi says, women make rules for betas and break rules for alphas, so to
Yes,
say.
I
So if
agree.
her rules are you got to be 6 feet tall, you got to be a millionaire, you got to be, a first round NBA draft pick, whatever it may be, if she meets a guy doesn't meet those qualifications, but he's better than most of the guys that do meet those qualifications based on the interactions she has with him, she'll break those rules. But yeah, you're definitely right. They are delusional from the get-go. So before like the prerequisite is basically what they have in them when they're single and they're in the dating market. They're 100% delusional. But as a man, I think every man has the power to break that delusion. The fact that we're not delusional, we're logical, we think with our heads. And if you're a guy that's confident, you know that she's delusional, her expectations are unrealistic, but they're unrealistic. And when you show her that you're not quite up to those expectations, but you're better than most of the guys that are,
Right. And I think,
she
a lot of us are like I said, I think it just goes back to scripture. It talks about like Jesus is the exact opposite of the church. Like you just said, with women, they're logical, they're illogical. Men are logical. Women are they're miserable. A lot of women I know are miserable. Men are not miserable. They're looking for someone to pull them up in life, like Christ in the church. And I think if we can get back to that, I know a lot of us grow up with religious backgrounds and saying, I think if we get back to that, we'll have a lot better relationship outcomes than what we have, because it's kind of it is absolutely chaotic. And I saw a quote somewhere that said, spiritual truth is the key to spiritual truth is the key to a successful and healthy relationship. And I think it's true.
yeah.
Like, for example, like 1 Corinthians 11, verse 9 talks about how a man is not made for a woman's made for a man. So many guys are going miserable, losing their families, killing themselves, doing all these things to make a woman happy, and they can't. Women are insatiable.
Yeah,
They'll keep coming up with.
that's because those men are godless.
Yes,
So
I
they
agree.
worship women.
I agree. Yes, I agree.
And I think I've heard other people say it begins and ends with the man. It should begin with God,
Right.
God over man, man over woman, woman over
Yes.
child. And any man that accepts that rule, he's a God-fearing man, but he accepts the rule just like Adam in the Garden of Eden, right? He was supposed to tell her not to eat the apple,
Right.
but he worshiped the woman instead of God. So whatever she wanted, she gets. So he disobeyed God.
Right.
We're basically seeing that happen all over society right now.
Yes.
So the only way to fix it from that religious perspective would be for men to stand up and be that alpha male that tells her not to eat the apple. So is she delusional? Yes. Why is she delusional? Because the snake is telling her to do shit that she shouldn't be doing.
Exactly. And it's the man's job to pull her out of that and bring her to a much better place. Because if you don't pull her to a much better place, she's going to pull you to a miserable place. And a lot of relationships today are absolutely miserable because they let the woman take the lead. And I just want to speak
Yeah.
to any guy on this platform: don't make a woman happy. Make yourself happy, and she'll be happy by just hanging out with you. And the relationship will be much better. Obviously, also a problem, but this is what I've learned. I want to pass this on to somebody to help me because I've seen too many guys. Guys will lose everything trying to make a woman happy, and then she'll leave and go get somebody else.
Repeat that.
Guys will lose everything to make a woman happy, and then she's not happy, and then they go on to another guy who does not make them happy.
That's very true. Wow, that was pretty good, man. That sounded but that's the level of delusion that a lot of women have, that modern women have.
And it's your job as a man, as the leader, to pull her out of, like Jesse Lee Pearson says, the hell she lives in, and bring her to the heaven, the logical place, a place where there's just like, there's no fear, there's no stress, like all the stuff that women deal with. You're supposed to help them out. They want someone who's the exact opposite of them. That's what my experience has been.
Yeah, they want a man who's strong, who has backbone, he's honest. Women are naturally emotional, they're insecure, they can be a mess, they can be a wreck. The man has to be the opposite of that.
Exactly. And the important thing is stay the opposite too over time. Because a lot of guys, that's what they fall to. Because women, they chip away at that frame. If the frame is constant, like a mountain, you got to be like a mountain in a sense where it doesn't matter the winds, the rain, whatever comes, the mountain stays the same no matter what. And that's how guys got to be.
Exactly. Well put.
But that's all I got to say. I just wanted to, hopefully I said something that was helpful to somebody. But I appreciate you and your show. I really do.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that contribution. I hope everybody out there was listening to that. I'm not at a point now where I talk a whole lot about religion, which at some point I think I may get into that, but that's good. That's good stuff right there.
Thanks, man. But yeah.
Thanks for calling in, buddy.
I'll let you hop on the next caller, but like I said, keep doing, the Lord's work and helping people.
Thank you. You too, sir.
Thanks.
Have a good one.